organization. So, joint Hindu family business is a specific form of business organization found only in India. This type of a business organization is found only in India, because more Hindus are living only in India. It is one of the oldest forms of business organization in the country. We can say it is one of the oldest forms of business organizations in the country. It refers to a form of organization wherein the business is owned and carried on by the members of the Hindu undivided family. It's a joint family business, we can say. So, mainly they are doing it. It refers to a form of organization wherein the business is owned and carried on by the members of the Hindu undivided family. That is the abbreviation is HUF. It is governed by the Hindu law. According to the Hindu law, all these type of this Hindu joint Hindu family business is operating. The basis of membership in the business is birth in a particular family, and 3 successive generations can be members in the business. In this business, who can be the members? Mainly 3 successive generations can be members. So, Hindu families are getting this benefit, okay? That is what actually joint Hindu family business in this. So, we can see more details about this system of business. The business is controlled by the head of the family, who is the eldest member and is called Karta. His name is Karta, the eldest member of the family. All members have equal ownership right over the property of an ancestor, and they are known as co-partners. They are just like co-partners, we can say, but here they used a particular word, that is co-partners. Okay, the business is controlled by the head of the family. He is also known as, his name is, particular name is known as Karta. All members have equal ownership right over the property. All members have equal ownership right over the property of an ancestor, and they are known as co-partners. Co-partners they are known as, okay. They have actually equal right on the property. That is why they are known as co-partners. So, we can see the another details, mainly about the features, the significance, importance. The following points highlight the essential characteristics of the joint Hindu family business. The first one is formation, how to form it and what are the specialities. For a joint Hindu family business, there should be at least 2 members in the family and ancestral property to be inherited by them. At least there must be 2 people, and they must get an ancestral property, the forefathers property, that is known as ancestral property. They must be inherited by, they must be inherited from their ancestors. The property must be inherited from their ancestors. The business does not require any agreement, as membership is by birth. The business does not require any agreement. There is no need to keep any agreement, as membership is require any agreement, as membership is by birth. Special agreement or anything they don't want. Their agreement is only their membership by birth. By birth they are getting. Okay, it is governed by the Hindu Succession Act 1956. This type of business setup will come under, or this type of organizational setup will come under Hindu Succession Act 1956. The second point is the liability. What are the liabilities and the responsibilities? The liability of all members except Karta is limited. Karta is having much liability. So, the liability of all members except Karta is limited to their share of co-partnership property of the business. The Karta, however, has unlimited liability, because he is the head of the family and he is the main member of this type of business organization. His name is also known as Karta. Okay. So, we can see what is the next point say, the control. The third point is control, the business control. The control of the family business lies with the Karta because he is the main person. He takes all the decisions and is authorized to manage the business. His decisions are binding on the other members. He is managing the business, he is the main person in the business and he is controlling the business. Of course, his decisions are binding on the other members because it is a joint Hindu family business. So, all the members, all other members follow the main person, his name is known as Karta. The next point is the continuity. What is the continuity? The business continues even after the death of the Karta. Even after the death of the Karta, the business will continue as the next eldest member takes upon the position of Karta. The another Karta will come, the another main person from the family will take the role of the oldest Karta. Leaving the business stable, the business can however be terminated with the mutual consent of the members. So, the Karta is managing the business. In case his death occur, then the another eldest member of the family will take the role of Karta and he will manage the business. This kind of a business can be terminated, closure can be easily possible, can be terminated with the mutual consent. There must be a unanimous decision with the mutual consent of the all other members. That is what. So, it is an easy procedure to start and there is an easy procedure to stop the closure also. Another thing is the minor members, what it says about the involvement of minor members. The inclusion of an individual into the business occurs due to the birth in a Hindu undivided family. Hence, minors can also be members of the business. There is no any restriction. Even minors can also be members of this type of business organization. And that is what this paragraph says. We can see what are the merits. The merits of this kind of a business organization. The advantages of the joint Hindu family business are as follows. We can see. The first one is effective control. The Karta has absolute decision making power. He is the main person who is controlling and managing the business or this type of organization and he has the absolute decision making power. This avoids conflict among members as no one can interfere with his right to decide. This also leads to prompt and flexible decision making. So, the main person, the head person of the family, he is also known as Karta. Karta is managing the business and his decision making power is very strong and all other members follow his decision. And of course, there is prompt and flexible decision making, but the members follow whatever this Karta says because he is the head of the family. Continued business existence, we can see what is the next points. Continued business existence. The death of the Karta will not affect the business. The death of the main person, the main member of the Hindu joint organization will not affect the business as the next eldest member will take up the position. The another eldest member will take over the position. That is all. Hence, operations are not terminated and continuity of business is not threatened. There the business won't be stopped. Another person will come forward, the eldest person from the family will take over the position, the power. and he will be the karta, the main person, and he will manage the business so that this business will continue without any stop. That's all. Then limited liability of members. The liability and responsibility of members are very limited. The liability of all the co-partners except the karta. Karta is the main person and he is having much power and he is the decision maker and his decision got much importance and significance in this type of business setup. So, the liability of all the co-partners except the karta is limited. All other members power is very limited to their share in the business and consequently their risk is well defined and precise, and this is what actually the main person is karta, the all other members liability is of course very less only. Okay. Then the next point is increased loyalty and cooperation. Since the business is run by the members of a family, this is something like it is, of course it is a family business. So the members are jointly doing and they are helping each other, they are following the decision of karta, the head of the family. There is a greater sense of loyalty towards one another. They love each other, they understand each other. Pride in the growth of business is linked to the achievements of the family. They have pride because the business is in the name of their family business, in the name of family, so that they have pride and they all devote in 100% in this type of a business setup. This helps in securing better cooperation from all the members. So this is a family business, that is the matter of their pride, so that all members of the family will cooperate sincerely and dedicate very effectively and efficiently. That is what actually better cooperation they can they receive each other from all other members. The business organization receives proper cooperation, so that this type of a business success is more. So I trust you understood the point here. The liability, more liability the karta got, and the loyalty and cooperation from all other members are always towards this type of a business setup. Then the next point is limitation. What are the limitations we can find? The following are some of the limitations of a joint Hindu family business. Of course, every business setup has its own merits and demerits. The limitations and benefits. Limited resources, that is what the first one says. The joint Hindu family business faces the problem of limited capital as it depends mainly on ancestral property. The business capital is nothing but ancestral property. This limits the scope for expansion of business. Only they have to do the business with the ancestral property, that is what their capital. Other members are not investing anything, so there is a limitation. The limited resources are there. If there is no much capital, then of course they cannot get much business expansion, but the existing business they have to take ahead. That's all. That's all. Then unlimited liability of karta. What is that actually? Unlimited liability of karta. The responsibility and liability more on karta is, karta means the main person of that family business. The karta is burdened not only with the responsibility of decision making, management of a business, but also suffers from the disadvantage of having unlimited liability. The karta is the person who is the head of the Hindu family organization and he is the decision maker. More liability is always on him and he is also taking the decision as well as the management of the business. So more liability is on him, unlimited liability is on him. His personal property can be used to repay business debts in case the business setup won't make profit, in case that make more debts, then who will take the liability and responsibility? Yes, of course, it will the Karta need to take, because he is the controller and the manager, and the whole management is under him, and so he has to repay the debts. Even if he sells his property, then also he needed to repay. People will ask him, because he is the managing power and he was managing the business. Others may not come forward to take the liabilities. That is what. Then the next point is dominance of Karta. The power of Karta. The Karta individually manages the business, which may at times not be acceptable to other members. You know that sometimes the Karta is taking his own decision, might be an arrogant decision he may take. All other members has to accept him. Sometimes other members may not accept his decision. This may cause conflict amongst them and may even lead to breakdown of the family unit. In case the Karta is arrogant and adamant, and he is not flexible, he is not listening others, then what will happen? There may conflict arise and other people will not show interest to be the part of such type of Hindu family organization. They will leave the organization, and that can ruin this setup or collapse this type of setup. So that may not work forward. Limited managerial skills. Since the Karta cannot be an expert in all areas of management, see, the person who is managing this type of business setup, who is managing? He is the Karta, the oldest or eldest member of the family. Of course, he may not be having, or he may not have that much management capacity or skills. In such cases, what will happen? His decisions will be wrong decisions, and that can ruin, that can create troubles in the business. In such cases, other members may not accept him. The conflict arise. Okay, his inability to decide effectively may result into poor profits. The profits, of course, in business, profit, who will bring the profit? The decision maker will bring the profit. So the Karta is not having such type of management capacity, efficiency. His decisions may go into wrong side. In such cases, he cannot make profit. Sometimes even losses for the organization will happen. The joint Hindu family business is on the decline because of the diminishing number of joint Hindu families in the country. Nowadays, the joint Hindu family business is declining. More joint Hindu family are not available nowadays. More Hindus are opting nucleus family nowadays. More Hindus are not living in a joint Hindu family setup. So this type of business is also diminishing nowadays. It is not, no more people are doing Hindu joint family business organizations. So that is what actually this paragraph says. So today, my dear students, we studied about Hindu joint family business organizations or business setup, and we have understood what are the merits and the demerits of this type of business setup, and the liabilities and benefits, risk, and managerial skills of Karta, and everything we have understood. So I trust you understood this point well. I also trust you are reading the chapter well. I request you to go through the chapter once more and understand more better way. Dear students, welcome to the business studies class. Today we are going to check about the partnership business, mainly about the partnership. The inherent disadvantage of the sole proprietorship in financing and managing an expanding business paved the way for partnership as a viable option. Nowadays, what is happening? More people wants to do partnership. Okay, so there are many advantages in it. So partnership serves as an answer to the needs of greater capital investment, varied skills and sharing of risk. Partnerships serves as an answer to the needs of greater capital investment, varied skills and sharing of risk. So more advantages is there, more investment will come and more special skills can be utilized. The Indian Partnership Act 1932 defines partnership as the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of the business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. In this actually there are many advantages. So one person is working for all, or otherwise the all can work together, there is no problem at all. So the special skills and managing capacities are utilized properly for the benefit of the entire business setup. So here both parties are getting benefits in the partnership business. So both can utilize their skills. So there is a contract between them, that is also a legal contract. So according to that, the Indian Partnership Act 1932 defines, it is very old actually, 1932 means that time Britishers were ruling our country. Act 1932 defines Partnership Act as the relation. What is the Partnership Act? The relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of the business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. So it can be a person or a group can do this business, this kind of business for the benefit of the entire participants. That is what actually, more people are participating and they are working for the benefits of each other. That's what. Okay, I trust you understood the point here about the Partnership Business Act. So now again we can go through and understand the features. What are the features, the significance? The definitions given above point to the following major characteristics of the partnership form of business organization. So here we can check the formation. What is the speciality of this formation? The speciality and the special features of the partnership form of business. The partnership form of business organization is governed by the Indian Partnership Act 1932. It comes into existence through a legal agreement wherein the terms and conditions governing the relationship among the partners, sharing of profits and losses and the manner of conducting the business are specified. What are the specialities in it? It comes into existence through a legal agreement. This partnership for this kind of form of business is known as partnership business, and it comes into existence through a legal agreement between two or more people. Okay, so it comes into existence through a legal agreement where in that agreement, wherein the terms and conditions, in that agreement there are terms and conditions, and in that conditions the partners agree to share of profits and losses and the manner of conducting the business are specified. Everything clearly mentioned. How to share the profits, how to manage the debts and losses, and how to work together for the benefits of the business and for the benefits of the entire team, etc., mentioned very clearly there. It may be pointed out that the business must be lawful and run with the motive of profit. Of course, the profit motive here too. In every business there is profit motive. It may be pointed out that the business must be lawful. The business must run according to the law. According to the law. Of course, this is also working according to the law. So, and also they are working for the benefits and profit. Thus, two people coming together for charitable purposes will not constitute a partnership. If two people are interested to work for the charity work, then that won't come under this partnership business. Charity is not the partnership business. Partnership business is only for gaining profit. That we need to understand. The goal, the motto of the partnership business is also to create profit or generate profit. So, we can see what the liabilities. Here we are going to study what are the liabilities. The partners of a firm have unlimited liability and responsibility. Personal assets may be used for repaying debts in case the business assets are insufficient. What is happening? In case the partnership business goes in debts or in loss, then of course their personal assets may be used for repaying debts in case the business assets are insufficient. If that is not sufficient, then they have to utilize their own personal assets to repay the debts. That's the point you need to remember. Repaying the debts, they have to take their personal assets. Okay, that is the liability or responsibility in the partnership business. Further, the partners are jointly and individually liable for payment of debts. In case the debts come, then all partners are liable to repay the debts. That's all. Jointly, all the partners are responsible for the debts and they contribute in proportion to their share in business and as such are liable to that extent. So, every partner are liable and responsible to repay the debts of the firm. That's what. Individually too, each partner can be held responsible repaying the debts of the business. However, such a partner can later recover from their partners an amount of money equivalent to the shares in liability defined as per the partnership agreement. In case the firm face losses or debts, then of course in a partnership business there are many partners. For example, 9 partners are there, then one person is coming forward to repay the debts. Later, what he can do, he can collect that money from all other partners, and that facility is also available in this type of business setup. This partnership business, that can be possible. That is what actually it says. One person can also repay, after that he can collect the amount from the other partners. That is what this paragraph says. Here it says debts can be occurred and that debts would be repaid by every partners same way. That is what. Okay. Now we can see, we can go and understand what are the risk bearing. Risk bearing means, of course there are the risk in business. No risk, no gain. That's what. So if the risk comes, they have to tolerate it, they have to manage it. The partners bear the risk involved in running a business as a team. The team has to take its responsibility and bear the risk. The reward comes in the form of profits which are shared by the partners in an agreed ratio. Of course, there can be losses and there can be profits too. In case the profits is there, then they have to divide it according to the agreed ratio in the partnership agreement. However, they also share losses in the same ratio in the event of the firm incurring losses. If there is an agreement about the profit sharing and about the debts sharing, then they have to follow the agreement. That's what. In the agreement in the beginning, both can be mentioned very clearly. Okay. In case the business organization faces debt, then what should be the ratio of the repaying amount? That can be mentioned earlier. before also they can, before starting the business, they can make everything very clearly, the profit sharing ratio, and also in case the debt comes, then what would be the contribution from each partner, that can be cleared just before starting, before signing the agreement, and they can sign according to that, and after that they can work clearly without any commotion or any troubles. That's it. Decision making and control. The partners share amongst themselves the responsibility of decision making and control of day-to-day activities. The partners are having equal responsibility in decision making. Decisions are generally taken with a mutual consent. There is always a mutual consent, mutual understanding with the partners according to the agreement. Okay, thus the activities of a partnership firm are managed through the joint efforts of all the partners. So generally we can say in partnership business all partners are equal, and there is always a mutual consent between them and mutual understanding with them for the benefits of their organization. Now we can say what is continuity. Partnership is characterized by lack of continuity of business since the death, retirement, insolvency or insanity of any partner can bring an end to the business. Sometimes what will happen? Of course, in any business it is happening. So the death, retirement, insolvency means the debt, that is also debt, and in such a cases they cannot repay anything, pauper situation. So the absolute loss of paying capacity, that is what insolvency, there is nothing left for repaying in their hands. Okay, so 100% repayment capacity they lost, they have nothing to repay, they don't have any money at all. In such a situation, that we can say insolvency, the retirement, death, all these type of situations can create much troubles in the existing business. However, the remaining partners may, if they so desire, continue the business on the basis of a new agreement. So in such type of troubles, what will happen? So the other partners can create a new agreement and continue the business. That also they can do. The possibility is there. So one person's death may not stop the business entirely. So that then also there are possibilities. Other members can create a new agreement, and after that they can continue the business. Number of partners, the minimum number of partners needed to start a partnership firm is 2. According to section 464 of the Companies Act 2013. So how many people? If there is 2 persons, then they can also start a partnership business. Maximum number of partners in a partnership firm can be 100. So maximum number of partners in a partnership firm can be 100, subject to the number prescribed by the government. As per Rule 10 of the Companies Rules 2014, at present the maximum number of members can be 50. So as per the rules of 2014 at present, minimum number, that is as per the rules of 2014 at present, the maximum number of members can be 50. So the maximum number of members in a partnership business must be, or it can be 50. That's all. So now we can say what are the mutual agency. What is mutual agency? The definition of a partnership highlights the facts that it is a business carried on by all or any one of the partners acting for all. One person can do for all, or any one person selected by all other partners can also work for all people. So in other words, every partner is both an agent and a principal. Every partners are having equal responsibility, liability and equal power, and they can work together, no problem at all. Otherwise, one person can also work for all. In other words, every partner is both an agent and a principal He is an agent of the other partner as he represents them and thereby binds them through his acts. So, you know that in a business setup, partnership business setup, every person may not get time to act 100%. Okay? In such a situation, what they do, the other partners will make a person or allow a person to run the business or work for all people. That can be possible. Okay? So, all are having equal benefits, equal rights according to the agreement. He is the main person, he is a principal as he too can be bound by the acts of other partners. So, in partnership business all are equal and of course, they have mutual understanding and mutual consent in every decision making. So, for the benefits of the company, they all work together. That is what. Now, we can see what are the merits. The following points describe the advantages of a partnership firm. What are these? Ease of formation and closure. This one is very important. Ease of formation and closure. So, easily it can be formed. They can come, few people can come together and form a business and they can work under an agreement. Whenever they want, they can also close the business. That is what closure. A partnership firm can be formed easily by putting an agreement between the prospective partners into place whereby they agree to carry out the business of the firm and share risk. So, this is what actually some people come forward and they work together according to the agreement they had created. They can, what they do, there is no compulsion with respect to registration of the firm. There is no compulsion that. There is no compulsion with respect to registration of the firm. Closure of the firm too is an easy task. Whenever they want, they can stop, they can start. All the easy formalities are there. It is an easy formality. Easily one can start this. The people come together, similar minded people come together and then they work together and they create an agreement. According to that agreement they work together and they come together and take a decision that the losses and the profit they share each other the same way. So, their ultimate aim is to create a profit. Of course, every business wants to create a profit. Here in this business also, the partnership business also, they are working together for making more profit. Profit creation is the backbone of a business and that is the motto and goal of the business. Balanced decision making. This point you need to remember. Balanced decision making. The partners can oversee different functions according to their areas of expertise. In a partnership business, of course, more people are involved, more people are different people, or each person is having his own capabilities and efficiency in various areas. So, they come together and work on a platform, so that their expertise can be utilized properly, because an individual is not forced to hand different activities. This is not only reduce the burden of work, but also leads to fewer errors in judgment. As a consequence, decisions are likely to be more balanced. So, more people are there, different capabilities, abilities they are having. Of course, for the benefits of the business, they can utilize their skills and potentialities properly. But sometimes what is happening, the decision making can go wrong. So, more people, more decisions will come. So, therefore, they have to keep a mutual consent in decision making. There must be mutual understanding in decision making, so that they need to work for the balanced decision making. Always they have to do. Then we can see what is more funds. In a partnership, the capital is contributed by a number of partners. What is happening in partnership business? More partners are there, so the capital investment is also more. This makes it possible to raise larger amount of funds as compared to a sole proprietor. If it is a sole proprietor, what is happening? One person's investment is very less here, whereas here in this partnership business, more investment will come from more areas because more partners are there. All are investing some amount. All those amount more people, at least 50 people are working together, then amount would be more actually. Then what is happening? And undertake additional operations when needed. So more people are coming together and more better way they are working. More support is there, more understanding must be there, then more investment, more ideas there, more business expansions possibilities are there. Their business can be expansion. They can do more expansional ideas they have. They can expand their business more better way. But in sole proprietorship, what is happening? The very less possibility for expansion because only one person is managing it and his contribution, his deposit capital, working capital is also very less. Whereas here in this partnership business, more capital is involved because more partners are investing more amount. So the business can flourish, more ideas there, more people are working together, the mutually each other they are helping each other. So that actually business can expand. That is why more partnership business is getting expansion than this type of sole proprietorship. So I trust you understood the point here. So there are a lot of advantages for partnership business. So partnership business is far more better than proprietorship business, so sole proprietorship business. So that you need to understand. I trust you understood the point and how to make the company, how to people come work together for the benefits of more making profit and for more profit making and for the benefits of companies business, more business creation and employment opportunities creation in the economy. So what you need to do, you need to understand this topic once more and read it better way and understand. Okay, thank you so much. Listen it again and understand more better way. Thank you so much.